Hey everyone, I wanted to make a quick video to talk about where I've been the last few years. As you probably noticed, I haven't been uploading too much content, and that's because behind the scenes I've been really busy working on building my own company. And so I have two reasons for making this video. First, I want to just show everyone what I've been working on and see what you guys think. I'm really excited. It's been a lot of work the last few years, and there's a lot more work to still do, but I want to start to share the journey. And then the second thing I want to do is to kind of gauge you guys to see if you're interested to continue to follow me through this journey. I've been really playing with the idea of making devlogs to walk through the process of building an application at this scale, and so that you guys can learn and participate more in the process. So part of this video is to see if you guys would be interested in something like that. And if you are, definitely leave a comment and talk about that, because that's going to be big motivation for making these videos. So before I dive into what I've been working on and what's going on, I want to quickly just talk about how I got to this point. So as some of you guys may know, I'm a software engineer, and I've been making programming videos and basically programming my entire life. And a few years ago, I started playing around with the idea of starting a company, and I've always wanted to create a company. I've tried it many times in the past as well, but this time I wanted to build something that I was truly passionate about, something that my entire life I've been interested in making, but I just always thought it wasn't a reality because it's so big in scope and scale that I thought it would be infeasible to actually make. But a few years ago, I decided that, this is something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I would love to see come to fruition, and it's something that I know will make me so happy doing. So I started it, and I haven't stopped. And so today, what I'm about to show you is years in the making. I'm just going to show you the website, and we'll talk about the product. But like I said, if you guys are interested in seeing behind the scenes and going through this journey with me, that's something I'm completely interested in doing. Okay, so what have I been working on? That's the big question. So I've been working on building a company called Root, and Root is a social communication platform. So I'll give you a little bit of background. So it's a communication app. For me personally, I've always had such strong passion for building applications that help people communicate. I think communication, and more specifically real-time communication, is such an interesting area of like computer science and software development, because it's such a amazing implementation of seeing your code turn into something so useful and practical. So I've always just loved voice communication apps, and like basically my entire life, even when I was a child, I was always building voice communication apps because I thought it was so cool. So Root is a communication platform in the social space, and to give you some perspective, the other major application in this space is an app called Discord. So if you're familiar with what Discord is, we're basically building a communication platform at that scale, and we're looking at opportunities where we can innovate and improve, which we think we've discovered a bunch of those, where there's a lot of areas in Discord that we can make better, and that's what we've been doing for the last few years. But just for setting the stage, Root is a communication platform for the social space. So it's for when you're gaming with your friends, or maybe when you have certain hobbies, you want to meet new people. It's not focused on enterprise. Enterprise communication apps are apps like Slack and Microsoft Teams, whereas Discord and this app, Root, are in the social space, basically when you're not working and you want to communicate and enjoy time in the digital world. So I want to just scroll through the website, show you some of the marketing material here, and to help you basically learn what we're doing a little bit more. And this is sort of oriented towards people that maybe don't know what Discord is, so this should hopefully help and give some perspective. I'll also, if you guys are interested in the future, I can make a separate video diving completely deep into what are the differences between Root and Discord. What are we trying to innovate on? What are we trying to improve on? I'll point out one in this video, but there are so many small and big things, so we could make that a separate video. Okay, so I'll just scroll down and kind of just go through some of the sections here to help learn more about what we're doing. So first, the first thing you should know is a platform like this is all about communities. Whether you're a community, like a part of a community of gamers, or maybe poker players, or chess players, or bird watchers, whatever it is, platforms like this are all about community. And you can create communities where all of your friends or colleagues or whoever it is in a dedicated space for communication. And I mean, that space could be public or private, but you're in a dedicated space for that topic. So for example, here I'm in a server or community called the Clubhouse. So it's indicating it's just like a gaming or hangout area for some friends. You can see on the left-hand side, these are the members of that community. In the middle column, these are what we call channels. They're basically the dedicated areas to communicate. So whether you're typing to friends or talking with your voice, there's voice channels and text channels and other types of channels, which I'll get to in a second. So this is the basic UI, sort of what it looks like. I'll just keep on scrolling down. Like I said, an app like this is all about communication, so you'll be able to have friends, you'll have a friends list, you'll be able to have direct messages, make calls, private calls, all the fun things that you would expect from any communication platform. I was kind of hinting at it, but obviously it's all about communities, and you'll be able to have private communities or register your community as a public community and have people, join that community or go through an application process where they can request to join it, and you can discover new communities, etc. Scroll down. Obviously, with communities and having members a part of a group, you're going to need tools and services to help manage that. So we have systems in place to help organize your community, so that you can give people certain permissions to do certain things and not, or admins. So all that functionality that you would expect is there. This is one area I want to pause because this is one of the biggest differentiators between Root and other platforms like Discord. So in reality, the what we're calling the plugin system internally, this will have a more official name one day, is something that we could make a full-blown video on, and if you guys are interested, we can, because there's actually a lot of really cool technology in this that hasn't really been seen before or fully implemented. Some companies have tried it and been successful, like Roblox, I would say, is the closest product that has a similar plugin technology. But apps like Discord, Teams, and Slack, they are not doing this. It's pretty cool tech. So basically, we know that as a Discord user or a communication user, communication is extremely important. And if you look at applications currently on the market, like Discord, Teams, or Slack, they offer a set of basic communication services. So things like voice chatting, screen sharing, or text chatting. Like these few primitive forms of communication is what these platforms offer. And that's great, and they do a good job. But the truth is, in 2022 and in modern digital technology, there are lots of ways to actually communicate in an online way, right? It's not as basic as just typing a message or using your voice. There's so many different mediums of communicating. And so we knew right away when we were building this platform, the goal from the start is, how do we build a platform that offers as many forms of communication as possible and allows the platform to grow and introduce new forms of communication as time goes on. So scrolling through these screenshots, you can see a couple things. So first, imagine I'm a member of a poker community, and every weekend we like to get together and play some blackjack, right? That, to me, playing a game of blackjack with your friends is a form of communication. It's not sending a message with text, but you're interacting with other users in a real-time fashion. That's communication to me. So why aren't other platforms supporting functionality like this? So on Root, you could hop into a game of blackjack in real time and play with your friends. Or maybe you're a graphics designer and you want to get together with friends or coworkers and draw together and work together on some sketch. Or what if you want to get together and, watch YouTube videos together, or other things like that. And the truth is, it goes on and on and on. There are thousands of potential experiences. What if you wanted an experience where you can manage issue submissions, where if you have a large community and people are having problems, they can submit issues, and you can have like a backlog and your a management system that you can track everyone, and so on and so on. The point is, there are so many forms of experiences and communication that aren't supported on platforms. We wanted to build something that was extensible. So we built a plugin system that allows developers to build brand new experiences en route that utilize our infrastructure, our native infrastructure, so that they don't feel like separate applications. So as a developer, this means that if you're building an app en route, you can build the front end experience. So for example, you would be building the Blackjack front end experience, but we're also giving you access to write back end plugins. So we have infrastructure where you can write a back end plugin that works with your front end plugin to create a full blown real-time communication experience. And all of this will utilize Root's native infrastructure and network code. So as a developer, you get to build network real-time apps, but you don't have to have any experience with building network apps and dealing with all the complicated networking code, because it's pretty complex. And you get the benefits of scaling to millions of users without putting any work into that. So this system is huge. I could talk about this so much. I could go through the architecture. I could show you real demos. There's a lot of cool things with this, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. If you have questions, we can make a follow-up video. Continuing down, we are building systems that Discord has not even seen yet. So things like widgets, where, imagine you're part of a community that is hosting a Minecraft server. It would be really cool where you could have that information readily available for all your community members without having to dive into separate websites and this and things like that. So we're investing time into cool tech like that. And we're also making sure that customization is kind of at the forefront of what we're doing. So being able to change colors, modify the UI structure, pop windows out, all these different things like that, where we're trying to make sure that customization is a priority. So these are some of the things that we're thinking about right now. There's so much I could talk about. And so my ask to you guys is to start to provide some feedback. Are you guys interested in seeing what this code looks like, what we're building? Are you interested in me building devlogs where I walk you through some of the big challenges and the remaining development journey? Because there is a journey ahead. It would be amazing if you guys could join the waitlist if you're interested. So head over to the website. I'll put everything in the description below. I'll link the website. I'll link our Twitter. It would be amazing if you could go follow the Twitter. But yeah, I think that's it. I just wanted to gather some feedback, and I thank you guys for taking the time to listen.